Monkey mouth. Monkey mouth. Monkey mouth.
For sure.
But let me tell you this. I do prefer environments that are too hot over environments that are too cold. And I used to be the opposite way.
Yeah.
Until I went somewhere and experienced real cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go to Delaware to do some drone work.
Oh, wow.
And was having to wait out in my car. And it was so cold that I had set my like bag full of batteries outside while I was flying. By the time I got back and I tried to pop in my new batteries, the batteries were too cold. They wouldn't function with the drone.
Yeah.
So I literally had to get in the car and try and warm them up. And so I was just in and out of this car for hours, and it was fucking cold, bro. And I had gloves. It was like,
yeah, I enjoy
Eskimo status, bro, and I couldn't escape it. And that's whenever I decided, I was like, man, I told myself, you know what I told myself?
What's it?
I will never live in a place where simple exposure to the environment can be lethal. Like if my car had died, I'd have frozen to death.
Yeah, that's true.
It's terrifying.
That's true.
Fuck that.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings because I grew up in a really hot environment, so I really love the cold. But at the same time, I'm getting older, and so the cold is gonna be my enemy. You know, because now I'm walking around with like inflammation and like I had surgery in my right knee, and so like I have complications now of arthritis. I feel like the cold reminds me of elderly.
Well, it makes you rickety. It makes you rickety, bro, and so it sucks. And so I like the cold better than I like the hot.
Right.
But I also dislike the cold more than I dislike the heat.
Right.
I would rather be in a nice, chill environment. But if we're gonna have to go to the extreme on either end, I'm dealing with heat.
Yeah.
I'm stripping naked. I'm getting in the water. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fine, just fine. Right? It's too cold. There is no fucking escaping it unless there is a source of heat somewhere. Right? Because the water won't save you from the cold.
For sure.
The shade won't save you from the cold.
For sure.
The only thing that's gonna save you from the cold is fucking heat. And sometimes that shit's hard to come by.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shade, that's everywhere. Water, that's everywhere.
That's true.
I'm getting away from that.
That's true. I never thought of it that way. Good perspectives, man. Good perspectives.
I was terrified of dying that night. I was like, damn, dude, I would not want to fucking die in Delaware.
Yeah, you don't want to die in Delaware. What's in Delaware? Absolutely nothing. I don't know what's in Delaware.
Weren't they the first state? Isn't that their thing?
Yeah.
Isn't that their claim to fame?
The only thing I know about Delaware is that they do a lot of business. Like LLCs and
Texas is actually just as friendly for business as Delaware.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Or maybe so there's a couple little extra benefits, but unless you're like a multinational credit card company, there's no reason to go from Texas to Delaware.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just shit but it's just shit for the mega rich. It's a safe haven for haven for credit card companies. But Texas is very, very friendly to doing business. But all of my LLCs are Texas LLCs, and I have all the benefits to everything. So
nice.
But I had audio hallucinations at one point. Whenever I had a big LSD experience.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Like had my heart weighed against a feather of truth in the hall of Anubis. Had an ego death. And I got so high, I was out there. I couldn't find my body anymore. I was in the dark, so if I opened my eyes, it was still dark, and it was just tripping. There's a couch, there's a wall, there's a thing. There was nothing. It was just tripping. You get to tripping, you open your eyes, and you try and wrap your head around what's going on. I opened my eyes, and it just kept assaulting me. And it got to where I was hearing this... And it just got so high pitched that it turned into a noise that I didn't know I could hear. And obviously I'm not hearing anything. And so the point is that our brains have the capacity for experiencing noises that are higher and lower pitched than what our eardrums have the capacity for receiving. And so I was hearing noises for the very first time. And it's like you were seeing that translucency on your phone. You were seeing colors for the first time. I also do believe that it allows, I don't know if it necessarily changes the rate at which the rods and cones in the back of our eyes move and undulate, so that it's actually literally allowing infrared and ultraviolet light into our experience, or if it's just a hallucination, and at the end of the day, we're experiencing it on the inside in quite the same way as I was experiencing that audio hallucination on the inside. But I know that it got so high pitched that I couldn't imagine it. I was like, how is this still?
Yeah.
This is way higher pitched than I should ever be able to hear. It was very, very obvious to me.
Yeah.
It got to the point where I kept thinking, okay, it's going to get to the point where it's going to stop because it's going to be too high pitched. And you've heard the little phone thing they put up to you, and they can tell how old you are based on when you stop hearing and shit.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to stop hearing it, and I didn't.
Oh no.
And you have this psychedelic experience happening in front of you, and it got to where that audio hallucination was so high pitched and so loud that, have you seen where they pour salt on those resonant plates and they turn up and it makes those patterns?
Yeah.
It made a pattern out of the psychedelic tapestry that I was looking at, and I went through the gaps in that, and that's when I got exposed to the void and like had the whole heart being measured against the feather of truth in the hall of Anubis and all the other like really, really trippy shit.
Yeah, that's some deep shit I hadn't gone to yet. I don't think I don't know, man. Those places sound a little scary to me.
Oh, make no mistake, it's terrifying. It's terrifying, but it also forges you, like I said, like a katana. Like, and I have zero, like, bro, death is going to come for me, and me and that dude are going to walk out like equals. If death doesn't come to me with a mixtape for the ride, I'm going to be pissed off at that fella. It's chill. I've already been to the...
Wouldn't that be cool if death just came in a lowrider playing Coolio? Come along.
That's the way I imagine him. That's the absolute way that I imagine that character. I really like...
Roll it out. Just roll it out.
I really like Adventure Time's depiction of death. Have you ever seen any Adventure Time? Oh, man, Adventure Time has a really cool death character. Death is an active character in the show. He's like bros with the butler of the queen of the entire show for some reason. No one know, like, the butler's into dark arts, but they don't ever explain to what extent.
Yeah.
Death is on a first-name basis with him.
Yeah.
And, there's one character named the Ice King who has a magic crown, and as long as he has the magic crown, he'll live forever.
Nice.
Can't die. And at one point, they took the crown from him, and his body started to decay rapidly. He's a man, and he's 1,000 years old or whatever. And as he's decaying, he's riding this magic carpet with his friends to go get his crown back. And Death pulls up on this cosmic motorcycle next to him, and he's like, "Come on, Simon, let's go. It's time to go." And Simon's like, "But these people are trying to help me. I don't want to let them down." And he's like, "Bro, if you don't take this opportunity, you're going to be the Ice King till the sun blows up. Like, fuck this. Let's get the fuck out of here, bro. I made a mixtape."
Nice.
And that's where I get the Death Better Have a Mixtape.
That's funny, man. That's some good stuff. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I tell you what, man, we've been talking for over an hour.
It's already an hour?
Yeah, is there anything on your mind that you wanted to talk about before we go? Anything that you think might be fun to bullshit about before we cut out?
Man, there's so much, man. There's so much.
There's all kinds of shit happening.
Yeah, I've been writing this Jeffrey Dahmer joke. There's so many comedians out there that are writing a Jeffrey Dahmer joke, and I think I'm one of the best ones. I don't know. I'm getting there. And
are you gonna keep giving me are you gonna keep giving me joke blue balls, or are you gonna tell me this one?
I don't know if it's brand new. They do. It's more better on set, but it's better on stage. But it definitely pokes fun at serial killers, and definitely I don't know. Just the fact that
I don't understand the infatuation with them.
That's where I kind of poke fun of it, and the fact that the gay community was really upset about Jeffrey Dahmer and how they portrayed gays, and he was and the dude was gay himself. So to me, it's like, hey, you can't.
When you say the dude was gay himself, you mean the director or Jeffrey Dahmer?
No, Jeffrey Dahmer, and so to me, it's like you can't separate yourself. It's like, so serial killers come in all shapes and sizes, right? There's
buddy, you don't get to be upset because Jeffrey Dahmer was a serial killer and he's gay. Bro, every fucking tyrant the world has ever known has been a cis white male. Like, you realize what bad fucking company I'm in, bro? I'm in the same category as Putin. I'm a traditionally cisgendered white male.
Mexicans had Richard the Night Stalker Ramirez, and it's not like the Mexican community came out like, no, we don't accept him. It's like the gays, you gotta claim this one, man. This is yours.
You gotta take the good with the bad. If you're gonna listen,
you want to be inclusive, this is your opportunity right now.
Yeah, you only get to cancel people who are outside of your shit. You don't get to cancel Jeffrey Dahmer. He's one of y'all.
Exactly. Hey,
you can't cancel Jeffrey
Richard
Dahmer.
the Night Stalker got a Netflix special. Jeffrey Dahmer got a Netflix special. Both are equally the same to me.
There you go. So there we go. Jeffrey Dahmer is to the gay community what the Night Stalker is to the Mexican community.
Monkey mouth, monkey mouth, monkey mouth, monkey mouth.